Today is the feast of St. Louis IX, the King of France. Louis is an example of the type of person in the 21st century that we struggle with, because he took part in 2 crusades versus Islam. And so that behavior certainly was not very saintly at all. But there's more to the story of Louis IX. Louis was responsible for making the justice system in France more fair during his lifetime. He funded and founded hospitals. He visited the sick. He even visited and spent time with lepers. It is said that every day he ate with 13 poor people seated at his table, and that he personally fed poor people every day. It is said that he made lists of people who were in need and personally cared for their needs. And so Louis IX is one of those people for whom we have to take the good with the bad. He is not perfect by any means. And yet I think Louis IX is an example of a person who, despite his own sinfulness, despite the terrible things that he may have done, was also capable of doing good, was also capable of accomplishing God's will. And so, though not perfect, Louis IX certainly is someone whom we can look to for the good things that he did. He's someone we can look to as an example of a person who cared for the marginalized and who cared for the disadvantaged. And so even though he is one of those saints of the 21st century that we're just not sure how to honor, we have to keep in mind that even though he was deeply flawed and did some things that were far from saintly, there were also good things that he did.